wash my hands in the muddy water. Wash my hands, but they didn't come clean. I tried to do like my daddy told me, but I must have washed my hands in a muddy stream. Wash my hands in the muddy water, Stonewall Jackson. What a great song this is. He has some great stuff out there. I'm not sure if I've done any of his stuff yet or not, but maybe a short on his, but I can't remember what it was if I have. But anyway, great stuff. And my name's Keith Williams with Fret More Guitar Lessons, where we fret more, stress less, make a whole lot of music. And on this Friday night, that's what we're doing. So anyway, we're going to learn this great song. I've got a cover on this I did just a little bit ago. You can check out and kind of follow along. I'll walk through probably most of the song with you. The song's the same progression all the way through, so it doesn't change even with the chorus and all that. It's the same exact progression. So once you get it, it's going to be the same all the way through. And so nothing fancy going on here, just a good old classic country song. They kept it simple back then, and it was just great stuff, no doubt. So anyway, if you could give us a thumbs up on this, subscribe to us if you would. That sure help us out a lot. And I don't know who us is, but me and somebody else. I'm sure maybe somebody else might show up tonight. I don't know, but maybe it's just me here. I don't know. I'd like to think there's other people. There's voices in my head. I know that. But anyway, here's a G for you. And we got a C in there. We got a D. And that's it right there. That's all we're going to do. He might, and I'll say this for all the guitar critics out there that may watch this and go, I think there's a G7 in there. I believe there's a G7. I just know there is. There may be, but I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it, and you can't make me. I didn't do it in the cover. It sounds like there is a time or two that it sounds like he could be going to a G7 there, but I'm not doing it. And, it just wasn't, I don't know, it just wouldn't grab me. I listened to it, I kind of went to the G, it's like, I don't know. I'll show you where I thought it might be. Like I said, it's in probably a couple places in this song that I felt like it might be, but it wasn't enough that I put it in there. Okay, so, and like I say, it's not a big deal if you don't. If music, please come see you. Just tell them, hey, Keith said, you don't need it, all right? And they'll probably go, oh, is that, well, as long as Keith said it's okay. They'll let you go. All right, so I started this out. He does kind of a little, there's a little, he's got a lot of electric guitar in it. I say a lot, it's just kind of in the background, kind of picking, but I didn't do much of that. He kind of starts it out, I kind of did. I was born. So what I would do is I'd just strum it probably. I kind of did it. So I didn't do anything. I couldn't even tell you what I did, honestly, because I just made it up as I went there. But what I do is just keep it simple, just strum it. I was born in Macon, Georgia, going to D here. I kept my dad in the Macon jail back to G. Dad said, son, if you keep your going to C hands clean, back to G, you won't hear them D bloodhounds on your trail. All right, so that is the progression right there that you saw. Okay, that's what it is. G, D, G, C, G, D, G. All right, here's the next part. I fell in bad companions to D. I'm gonna just talk this part. We robbed a man in Tennessee to G. Sheriff caught me way up in Nashville, C. They locked me up, G. D, threw away the key, G. See, it's the same all the way through. G, D, back to G. Then we go to C, then we go to G, then we go to D again, and back to G. Okay, so we're just alternating back and forth. But we're going to D first every time, okay? And then here's the chorus. I wash my hands, just like I did in the beginning, in the muddy water to D, okay? Wash my hands, but they didn't come clean, G. Tried to do like Daddy told me, C. Back to G, but I must have washed my D hands in a muddy stream, back to G. And like I say, you can check out the cover. You can see where I'm going there and hear all the singing. That's why I kind of try to break these up on the lesson so you can I kind of slow it down and kind of make sure you see the changes and everything. Then you can go and follow along on the cover once you know the progression and know the chords and all that. And so there's one last part of this. Ask the jailer, when's my time up? To D. He said, son, we won't forget. Back to G. Same progression. G, D, G. And if you try to keep your hands clean, C. Back to G. We may make a D. Good man of you, yeah. Okay. And then here's another part. I don't know if the way the lyrics are, they're all bunched together, so I'm not really sure where the breaks are. So I kind of consider it really two verses and then the chorus. Okay. Even though they're kind of broken up, but there's a part here and then we go to the chorus, and then there's a part here and we go to the chorus. So I'm just calling that verse 1 and chorus, and verse 2 and chorus. He may have broken up, and then he's calling it verse 1 and 2 and then chorus and 3 and 4. I don't know, but anyway, doesn't really matter that much. Just you kind of, as long as you get the order around right. All right. So the last part of this is, I couldn't wait to do my sentence to D. I broke out of Nashville jail, G. I just crossed the line of Georgia to C. Now back to G. And I can hear them D, bloodhounds on my trail. Then we go into the chorus again. Wash my hands. Guess where it goes? In the muddy water to D. Wash my hands. But it didn't come clean to G. Tried to do like my daddy told me to see. But I must, G, have washed my D hands in a muddy stream. And I repeated that. He doesn't repeat the last line, but like I say, I like to do things the way I like to do them, and I expect you to do the same. So you can do it however you want to. You can sing that chorus 2 or 3 times. You're playing it live. I would recommend playing that more than once. Do it a couple times at the end at least, and because you got an audience and they're wanting to hear more. So there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, do it the way you want to do it. So anyway, like I said, I repeated that last line. Must have washed my hands, back to D, in the muddy stream. I just raised up my 2 fingers there to get a little ending there. So, but anyway, that's it. That's the whole song. Great song, and like I say, that progression. And what's cool about it, like I say, whether it's the chorus or the verse, it's the same all the way through, and the melody's the same. I mean, it's the same. It doesn't change up. There's no like a bridge in there where it changes a little bit. The melody's the same throughout the whole song for each line, and for each section where it goes through that progression. And you go to the next section, it's going to be the same melody throughout, and then the same way with the chorus. So that's really cool. So anyway, I think I've showed you everything there. Like I said, nothing fancy there, just 3 chords, and I didn't show you the G7. I apologize. There could be a G7. Let me show you one place. Born in Macon, Georgia, my dad Macon jail. It's that song. Could be one there. Okay. So this is the first part. I was born in Macon, Georgia. I kept my dad in the Macon jail. Here we go. That's it, son. If you keep your hands clean to see, you won't hear them bloodhounds on your trail. Okay, so that would be the G7th, and that would be there every time too. Okay, if you want to do it that way. I kind of heard it, and I kind of didn't. I don't know. It was kind of one of them where it was like sometimes it's real prominent, and of course as I've said many times, the 7th is just. It's one note different. It's that instead of... It basically, it goes back. It's the 7th note in the scale. So it basically go backwards. So we're on a G note here, and we're going here, we're going to an F note. So we're going backwards 1. So that's always your 7th note is if you're playing an A, then your 7th note is a G. Go back 1 because there's only 7, and it was A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So if you're an A, then you go backwards, it goes to G. So that's going to be your 7th note. So in order to get a 7th chord, and so that's what's happening here. You got your G note, and it just changes to the F note. So it's not it's not a huge difference. There are times when it seems to matter most or matter more than others, but you can do it however you want to. If you want to add that G7, I threw that in for extra, just for free there. But I said I didn't do it in the cover, but that didn't matter. You can still play it and do it that way, or you can just keep with the easy 3 chords. Like I say, nobody's going to get on to you. If they do, you know who to talk to. Tell them to come see me. Anyway, I hope you're having a great Friday night. Give us a thumbs up on this. Subscribe to us if you would. Check out our links down below. And what else? Share us on social media. And check out our other videos out there. Lots of covers, lots of lessons. And like I say, check out the cover for this one. You can play along with it. And I hope you're having a great one. We'll talk to you later. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks.